think it's do you think it's the miscegenation? What do you think it is?
The miscegenation. What's that?
Like the mixing, like because we not pure African.
I get what you're saying. So us being like mixed with someone like European descent
And
some of
indigenous Native American is, I don't know,
yeah.
like,
You think it's like a form of kind of jealousy on their part?
I think so. Because they want they like white acceptance. Blacks don't really care about that for the most part.
We give a rat's ass about what a honky got to think,
right?
Or a cracker, whichever one you want to say. You feel me? You know what I mean? But yeah, we most definitely gonna play that clip. And y'all see, I got a guest in the building. Kellie is back on the goddamn show. She about to be cooking on this topic we gotta talk about. You feel me? I appreciate you coming back on. You feel me?
Of course.
On here because I really wanted to hear your opinion when it came to this subject matter. You feel me? Zoomer Cage. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that's gonna be tuning in to the chat. You feel me? You know, the fam sector, the audience, my FBA fam, Black American fam, Black people on code. You know, Kellie, we got a tiny minuscule of allies. You feel me? But you know,
facts.
You feel me? They very tiny. They getting smaller by the minute. You feel me? But you know, they in there, and you know, also my producers, Kiveon, Breland, Byron, and my moderators, Brooke, Daryl. Kellie, you got anybody you want to name before I hit him with the hand claps?
You know what? I will. I'm going to give a shout out to Talks with 2K from the DP Morning Show, and Black_TV from the DP Morning Show. And of course, my girl Mika from Red Cup Talks. She's a creator I often collaborate with. And we got to shout out the New Party, Gray and Nora from the New Party for sure.
Hell yeah. Shout out to everybody. All in the fans say, y'all better be giving yourself a round of applause. Right? I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? You know, Kellie, I don't know about, you know, your show or your audience, but I got like a hating sector in my audience.
Really?
No, I have people, they don't come on the lives, but the comments, because I don't really tell y'all about the comments or show my comments, man, these motherfuckers be in they goddamn feelings. Oh my goodness.
Tethers, you got a lot of tethers. You must got a lot of tether. Tether hate watches.
For real. I got tethers. Suspected white supremacists, crackers.
Really?
Yes.
I don't have nobody white really. I mean, the white people that watch me, they be cool. You know, they don't hate watch.
Look, I got they be hate watching like a mug. You should
That's crazy.
I'm gonna start sending you some of the comments when they do comments.
Dude, please do. I'll be curious about stuff like that.
Hell yeah. And like, who else in this hating segment? Democratic Shields. Oh my goodness. If I talk about
you opened a can of worms. Why is that? Why do you think that is? Because I've been lucky with that.
It might be kind of my delivery. You feel me? I can see it being my delivery, but at the same time, I just see it as like I just spark an emotion in people. Like I'd rather people have hate than be indifferent. Because when you indifferent, that means you don't care, and then you be like, if you hating, at least you thinking, right?
You know what I think also? Are you doing, when you have your live streams, do you set it to subscribers only?
Yeah, so I started doing that because the weirdest thing happened, like, I started getting spams in my chat. So it was like they were just spam chatting my shit. So then I had to change it to subscribers. And when I did that, you feel me? They don't really come in the chat, but it's the comment section.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Like after it's posted. Yeah.
Yeah. So after I know shit. It's because it be the subject matter and how I be talking. You feel me? I be saying, man, y'all crackers, shut the hell up. You got them.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is.
I don't really get that. I mean, I will every now and then. I'll get a comments, but not enough where it's a lot. I would say.
Nah, it'd be a lot. I be telling them. Hey, come on the goddamn show, because they be sounding dumb as hell, Kelly. I'm telling you in the comments. They do. Why you talking about my mammy Kamala Harris? She's a black woman. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I was getting shit like that when she was on her Black Crusade. You feel me? And then lately, since, and I bet you on this video, Kelly, we're gonna get some tethers. Speaking at tether knees, you feel me? They're gonna be.
I don't understand. I don't get the obsession. I don't get it. Like you and I have said this multiple times, multiple different shows. Not all Black immigrants are tethers. We don't have a problem with Black. If you're a legal immigrant, I don't care what your race is. I don't have a problem with you. Now, let me backtrack. I don't have a problem with you being in America. Now, if you are a Democrat, I don't agree with you what is the word? Ideologically, but if you are that, so that's it, but it's like they're so in their feelings, and I'm like, what's with the obsession? Like if I felt like a group of people didn't want anything to do with me, case in point, racist white people, I don't want to be around them. Like, why do you feel the need? Because I see it in the comments, like, because you and I are on X. It was what's the guy's page? Jizz Up, G's Up. You know who I'm talking about on X.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, and shout out to G's Up. He posts some tether winch, talking talking, that tether babble. And in fact, I'll pull it up, but I said something like, what is us? Like, what is us? And somebody came in the comments and they were like, us? And okay, here it is.
Speaking that French, saying we.
Yeah, you know what? I'm saying it wrong. It was a Black American girl. It was a Black American girl that, she was basically just saying, and here I can share it on the screen because this was kind of, but I know it probably was a tether. But here,
you got it on the screen.
I don't know. I've been having issues. Oh yeah, you got to add. There you go.
Let me know when you're ready. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, let me run it back. See what she was saying.
A Nigerian American man went on Twitter and called Tyler an uppity African whatever, and all Black Americans, ethnically Black Americans, got blamed for it, and we're still getting dragged to this day. Although that wasn't from us. Jay Versace said something about African models, although he is, I think, either all Caribbean American or half Caribbean American, yet the entire diaspora is dragging Black Americans. One Black American came on here and said they're boycotting African businesses, and the entire diaspora is taking the time to jump in and dogpile on Black Americans and basically tell us how much y'all don't like us. And I'm seeing there's a pattern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the point.
One person can say something, and the entire diaspora thinks it's time to dogpile on Black Americans.
So it's like 2 minutes. We don't have to, do the whole thing. But basically, this is my tweet. They're obsessed with us. This person says, us. Now, I know this is a tether. I know this is a tether. And I know this is a tether because it's always tethers that always us or they will, single say something to me. And, G's Up says she's Black talking about me. I am the same color as the girl talking. I'm the same color. So it's like Black Americans know they're light-skinned Black Americans. It's only tethers. Okay. And I'm saying this a million times. We're not talking about all Black Americans. We're talking about specifically tethers that do this weirdo stuff. They're always in the comments. Like, I don't, if a racist white person is posting something about Black people, what's up, Spaces? I don't feel the need to go in the comments and like, that to me, that's giving stalker. It's giving stalker. So that's where I'm like y'all, these tethers, it's like what's in it, and like my, to what I was saying, like you're obsessed. Like I don't get it. Like any person that feels the need to force themselves on another group of people, you're a stalker.
Yeah.
But that's my diatribe for the opening show.
I agree with you. You feel me? They is obsessed with us, but they try to tell us that we're obsessed with them. Don't that be weird as fuck?
It's so weird. Like we've said it numerous times. We don't want no parts of y'all. You're a tether. You undermine what we're trying to do in America. Why? How are we obsessed with you when our whole thing is delineation, separate?
Hold on. I got you. Hold on. Yeah, delineation.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And again, we're talking about these people, the weirdos, not all immigrants, but they're so friggin' soft.
Yeah, it's like, and after this, then we're gonna get into the topic where there's probably some more tether needs that we're gonna have to read through. But when they do that shit with the word tether, it just reminds me of what the crackers did with the word woke. You feel what I'm saying? Like, okay. They remixed the whole word woke. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, if you know what woke is, woke was basically saying that black people that was enlightened through the bullshit of what's going on in America. If you really want to know who coined that shit, or if you want to make her the person that got it out there, it was like Erykah Badu. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Shit like that. You feel me? The neo soul era and stuff like that. That's where woke kind of originated from. You feel me?
And when you say the C word, are you referring to racist white people, or are you talking about all white people?
Nah, see, you see how we delineating with this shit too. A cracker.
That's why I asked, because I like a lot of white people, you know.
Yeah,
cool.
I'll be having to explain. Look, when we call you a cracker or a honky, that mean you upholding that weak ass ideology of white supremacy.
White supremacy. Okay.
Not all white people uphold white supremacy. It's just a majority of the motherfuckers do. That's the difference. Look, an Asian person can uphold white supremacy. A black person can uphold white supremacy. A goddamn Indian person can uphold white supremacy. And we usually have names for them motherfuckers to kind of delineate them. Be like, this is these people. We got these people. So, yeah.
And I specifically asked because I want any white people watching, I don't want them getting offended. If you're watching and you're not hate watching, we got no problem with you. You know, we need as much people watching us as possible, you know, because there are some white people that are on code with blacks. They don't want no problem. They don't, you know, they ain't got no problem with us. Like, we ain't got no problem with them.
Hell yeah. Y'all want to be on more code? Hit us with a fucking Cash App.
Facts. That's yes, you white liberals with the what do they call it? The white guilt. You can pay your white guilt off. I take PayPal, Cash App. Kamal got his Cash App. Go feel free. We take money and it'll make it. And if that helps get rid of that guilt, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. Man, I'll make you feel like, yeah, you can feel better. Donate some money to me, and I'll tell you for the day, hey, you good. Pay what your way around here.
For real.
Give some memberships, all of that.
Give it all. You feel me? You'll cure your guilt right up. You feel me? But Zoomer K says, I want to smoke with all no FBAs. I think you meant non-FBAs.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, brother. I get it. Speaking of money now, and some tether shit going on, we got to talk about the African Union, what they've been doing. Have you been hearing what the African Union been trying to do when it comes to our Black American reparations in the States?
I actually did not hear about this until you had mentioned it to me. I had not heard about this.
Okay, so we're going to do a couple things, you feel me? Because, you know, on this show, we get our Inspector Gadget, goddamn detective work on. And first, let me share the goddamn screen.
I had to look up the African Union. I didn't even know there was an African Union, which I feel like that's something I should have known.
Look, Kelly, I didn't know what the African Union was till last week when they tried
Okay, I don't feel bad.
Because they don't make themselves known. Like, no.
I only know about the UN. Like, that's the only, you know, in BRICS.
Yeah, but Kelly, this is the thing, though. Why, like, you feel me? The Africans, they always get at us about what we doing wrong and what they great at. Why wouldn't they mention this to us and be like, look, we have an African Union fighting for our reparations, blah, blah, blah. Why do I have to hear about this literally last week when they trying to kind of undermine our shit and make us included within their reparation shit. You know what I mean?
Already separated. They are. That's why we ain't never heard of it. They already was separated.
Yeah, it's like it just blows my mind though. You feel me? But this the African Union, and as you can see right here, 2025 year of reparations, right? Justice for Africans and people of African descent through reparations. Now I ain't gonna read through all this shit. If y'all want me to put this in the chat, I will. What I wanted to do was kind of read through, and this is Perplexity, y'all. This basically Chat GPT, just a better version. You know what I mean? African Union, Black American Reparations. And I wanted to read through this. Kelly, unless you want to read this.
No, go ahead.
All right, for sure. And on this show, we read in this motherfucker, we read articles and stuff like that. So the African Union, AU, is taking a leading global stance in advocating for reparations, not only for nations in Africa, but also for people of African descent worldwide, which includes Black Americans. For 2025, the AU was made Justice for Africans and people of African descent through reparations. My bad, y'all. Its theme marking a significant shift toward a united international push for reparatory justice. Key developments related to Black American reparations within the African Union's agenda. The AU's new reparations focus explicitly includes African diaspora, recognizing the harms of transatlantic slave trade, colonialism, and the continued legacies. The AU organizations such as CARICOM is the Caribbean shit where they're fighting for their reparations. All right. Have called for a clear diplomatic and advocacy strategy to advance the agenda through joint action in the United Nations, the Commonwealth, and other intergovernmental bodies. They are pressing for negotiations with all entities that benefited from African enslavement, not just governments, but also universities, religious institutions, and private sector. All right.
Okay.
At a 2025 Reparations Summit in Ghana, delegates, including AU representatives, agreed to establish a global reparations fund based on African continent. Although details are still being discussed, this fund would potentially benefit people of African descent globally, including Black Americans. All right, that's what they say. Civil society advocacy, particular, blah blah blah. This rest of that shit don't matter. All right. Implications for Black Americans. All right. The AU's 2025 agenda formally recognizes Black Americans as part of the global African family, entitled to restitution for historical injustice. Well, it took y'all fucking long enough. 2025? Are you serious? Now y'all recognizing us because we getting steam when it comes to this reparation talk? All right.
Oh, that's what it is.
Kelly, I'm saying. When it comes to the reparations for us, now they like, hey, y'all part of us now. But I'm gonna read some more though. This builds on decades of advocacy. The AU's embrace of reparations strengthens calls for the U.S. government accountability and reparatory. It's always one word, Kelly, that whooped my ass.
Me too.
Reparatory policies for Black Americans, such as those advanced by organizations like the NAACP. That's a bunch of coons in that organization, let's be real. And detailed in U.S. specific proposals. All right. A national apology. They can shove that up their ass. I don't care about no apology. Boo-hoo. Financial payments. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Land grants. Let's get the financial payments popping off first because you can't do nothing without money. All right. I don't really need to read this, but we need to read this, Kelly. What is the problem with the African Union including Black Americans in reparations? The challenge of including Black Americans in African Union reparations. All right. Background. African Union's reparation agenda. The African Union, AU, declared 2025 as a year focused on justice for African people. Okay, we read this shit. Blah, blah, la, da, 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 da. Why inclusion is complex. Scope and purpose of reparation. Origins of harm. And see, this is a problem right here because origins of harm, let's be real, they sold our ass. They sold some of us, you feel me? Some of us came on that boat, and then we had an ethnogenesis. Because you know what? People from the boat that survived here, which was a small number, intermingle with the native Black Americans out here and also the white slave owners that was fucking. They all were fucking each other, and they produced us.
Right.
Okay. And that's why origins of harm is like, well, who is the origin of harm? Would it be y'all in Africa, the African continent, or who we been focusing on, the U.S. government? See how it's foggy right there?
Oh, and I'm going to be careful, and you know where I'm going.
Okay.
You have, like we know the Africans had sold their enemies, which were Africans, to certain lineage of people, that, had owned these boats and this, that, and the third. Are you talking about them? Because, there also were a large group of people that were purchasing flesh, as they would call it, the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it? Who are who like you said, who are you referring to?
Yes.
I don't think they talking about them. But yeah, it's ambiguous.
It's very ambiguous, and it's like it muddies the water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that, because we've been very clear and concise on who owes us reparations and the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And as we're delineating, we're saying these are the people, and we are the people that's supposed to get the reparations of the harm done to us in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this kind of muddy shit up, but I'm going to read it though. The atrocities addressed by the AU, colonialism, and the transatlantic slave trade affected both Africans on the continent and their descendants abroad. Historically, reparations have meant redress to formerly colonized African nations by former colonial powers. Man, this is murky right here. Because they said the slave trade, I'm like you just said, Kelly, them tribe, basically, they captured in the prisoners of war, they sold them into slavery. You feel me?
Yes.
So it's like, this shit, all right. Diaspora inclusion. The AU's reparations theme explicitly includes people of African descent, which embraces a global diaspora. However, defining who qualifies and for which harms slavery in the U.S. versus colonialism in Africa presents legal, historical, and moral challenges. We don't want this shit. Kelly, we do not want that shit, because we already know. If we include them, you see how that's going to confuse shit?
Right.
It's confusing shit. And now that's going to slow our process. Like, yo, you feel me? And Spacer says, why would the people you have so much smoke for give you money? Since when would the person that punched you in the face help you build a house? I don't know. Ask the Germans why they did that for the Jewish people.
I don't know.
No, I'm asking Spaces. Go ask the Germans why they gave reparations to Jewish people. Because the Germans most definitely did more than punch Jewish people in the face, and they still paid them reparations. It's a known fact. So
wait, I'm confused by this. Hold on, I'm confused. Wait. Maybe I'm missing something. So why would the people who you have so much smoke for give you? Okay, so he's talking about the Africans.
I don't know if he's talking about the Africans or
I think he's talking about the Africans, because I'm thinking because the yeah, why would the people who have so much smoke for give you money? Since when would that person that punched you in the face help you? But yeah, I think he's talking about the Africans because the Africans sold, their enemies into slavery. I don't think they would get no, because the Africans aren't speaking. I don't know. I'm kind of maybe he's talking about the white. Oh, I think he's talking about the white people. Maybe the white people.
Hey, can you clarify this for us, Spaces? Because I'm seeing both.
I am confused.
I'm seeing what you're saying, Kelly, but you see what I'm saying. I'm thinking, you feel me? Maybe he talk about the white folks. He could be talking about the Africans. Spaces, can you clear this up for us, brother? Hold on. He said, Black Americans talk about reparations. That still didn't clarify. So
I think he's talking about white people. Maybe he's talking about the government. Maybe it is the government, because if we're saying that we have smoke for the government, which we don't have smoke for the government. So smoke for the government give you money. Since when would the person that punched you in the face help you build a house? Yeah, I think he's talking about. I think you are right. I think he's talking about the government.
And then that's when I say go talk.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The German people that paid Jewish people reparations.
Sure, and you can't remember, the Japanese with internment camps. Who else got? The Native Americans were paid reparations. I mean, it's multitude of people that were paid reparations.
Yeah. So anyway, let's read a little bit more why this is a problem for us Black Americans of the African Union trying to weasel their way into our reparations talk. National versus international responsibility. U.S. role. The United States government, not the AU, is typically seen as responsible for reparations to Black Americans for slavery and segregation within the U.S. Many argue that responsibility for redress lies with perpetuating African nations' role. While some African groups participated in the slave trade, most African countries were later victims of European colonizations. True. That's why they need to go holler at the Europeans in their nations for the reparation. Don't include us. We got our shit on lock. We can still, Kelly, I think this be the thing too. You don't got to include us in your shit for us to support your stuff.
Right. Right. I support CARICOM. You know, I support that.
Yeah. We could be in support and be like, okay, we still doing our own thing over here. So we got this on lock, you know? So that's another reason why this is a big problem of the African Union trying to be a part of our reparations, all right? The legal and moral debate complicates. See, there it goes, complicates. They're trying to complicate things. And this is what we mean by tether activities. It's literally what's happening right now. Whether AU-led frameworks should take responsibility for reparations to Black Americans or focus their own claims against former colonizers. Identity and eligibility questions. Eligibility criteria. Determining who among Black Americans should be included is continuous. It's we getting close to knowing who the fuck is going to get these reparations. Okay, we done delineated and we already done set a standard already. So we already answered this question. We don't want y'all coming over here to try to muddy up the waters when it comes up to this. Some frameworks call for reparations based on direct descent from enslaved people in the U.S., while others advocate broader inclusion for all Black people facing systemic discrimination. Documentation challenges. Oh my God, Kelly, do you see what the hell's going on right now?
Yeah, I do. They're doing the tether thing. they're tethering. They're tethering. What's going on? Same day parlay. Peace, FBA Detroit. What's going on? Same day parlay.
Same day I ain't parlay see you in a minute. What's good, brother? What's good, brother? Same day in the building. You feel me? Hold on. Gary Williams wrote something. As FBA, I'm under the jurisdiction of America. Ding, ding, ding. And not the jurisdiction of the corrupt African Union. We need to lose the term African American. I reject being part of the AU. Region 6. You know goddamn what? That's what I'm talking about. My brother Kiveon in the building. Shout out to my brother. But Kelly, all these things that we looking at, right? We already done answered this. We're not trying to backtrack because y'all late to the party and want us put us in a union in 2025. What the fuck? It ain't diluting claims. See? So this is the problem, right? With the African Union trying to include us within their reparation claim. It's too much confusion. This just sounds like tether babble on a grand level. And this is why we be trying to stop the tether babble at any moment that we can. Because now look where it's leading to.
Yes.
This is...
And it's a saying my mom used to say, what's too many cooks spoil the brew. You know, you don't need, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too many cooks spoil the brew. And again, I know some things about atrocities that had happened in Africa. Like I'm not very learned in, on the continent of Africa, but I do know there was some King Leopold, I can't remember which one, but King Leopold did terrible things, to the Africans in the Congo. They need to get reparations from Belgium, or so forth and so on. I'm not insensitive to the plight of Africa in terms of colonialism and the whole bid, but that's a whole other continent. It's It's a whole other continent. They have, and I always say this, there are 55 countries, there are 5,000 different ethnic groups. It does not make sense. And if we're we have our own agenda of delineating, which again, nobody has a problem when every other group of people separate. Okay, the Chinese and the Japanese, I'm sure some get along, but historically they did not get along, as far as the people, and that's not even the case with us and Africans. But I'm just saying, no one's saying the Japanese and the Chinese need to unify, or Japanese, you get what I'm saying? Like every other race to group separates. Because it was I blame a lot on the boomers, had this stupid idea that because they're melanated and we're melanated, that somehow we would, be allies of this, that, and the third. We saw that is not the case, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I support the people that I'm trying to unify with, Kamal, are Americans. Okay, I'm not trying to unify with anybody based on the color of their skin, because we have a lot of FBA that are not on code. We have issues with the Boule class. So the unifying, based off of melanin with people from other countries. No, I'm not. I fervently am against globalism. It's horrible. And it's actually anti-biblical. The whole new world order, globalism, and the whole bit with that. So no, and I wish them well. In all seriousness, I wish them well. CARICOM, the folks in the Caribbean. I'm an ally to them. But we as Black Americans, we got to work on our agenda, what we got going on in this country. That's my opinion on that. But yeah, it seems like this is a tether plot.
Tether bait?
A tether plot, and a lot of Black immigrants, they came here, and were able to reap the benefits of what our ancestors had went for, and it is what it is. Good for them. It worked out for them. But let's just work on ourselves. And if you're a Black immigrant and you're an American, we can come together on just some American stuff. Just America, not on no unification, whatever this crap is. We got to work about it. We got to worry about Black America.
Facts. You right about that. You feel me? And I want to show this comment right here. Alicia Hill says they're not late. They've been creeping around nonprofits and the UN for over a decade. So damn. So they've been already on this plight to try to weasel their way in our reparations. God damn.
They got to worry about them people who are taking all their diamonds. Okay, they got to worry about them people. And when I'm talking about Europeans. Y'all, they got bigger fish to fry, and they're not unified. And this isn't any shade with me saying this towards Africa. That they gotta unify. It's tribalism is deep over there. So that's all I'm saying.
And I'm gonna play that clip because this is like the perfect time to play that clip. You feel me? Of an African man saying that they not unified. And I'll play this a little later. This is gonna be the CARICOM thing. But
wait, before you play that, I want to show, because this goes back to what the comment goes to.
All right, let me add that real quick. Move that. There we go.
Let me see. Okay. Can you make it? So here you have an African woman, Ilhan Omar. Her daughter received reparations payments from her white friends. Asra Hersey, daughter of Somali immigrants, received money on Juneteenth, a holiday commemorating the end of slavery in America. It says Asra Hersey, the daughter of squad member Representative Ilhan Omar, who looks out for her people. And when I say her people, I'm talking about Somalians in Minnesota. She does a lot for her people. Yep. Has received reparations payments from her white friends on Juneteenth most years since 2019. The Washington Free Beacon has found both Hersey's parents are Somali immigrants. Reparations advocates, meanwhile, typically push for payments to descendants of This says African Americans, but we know Black Americans enslaved in the United States, while Juneteenth commemorates the nation's 1865 end of slavery. So this is that tether stuff we're talking about. Because if I'm not, actually, I do know they didn't have slavery. You Somalians was over in Somalia when there was slavery going on in America. But this woman is basically a scammer. You know, she's basically scamming these our poor white friends into paying her, which is crazy. And this is from the Washington Free Beacon. But so to the commenter, you kind of right. I mean, you're right, because here's photo evidence of what you were saying. They've been sneaky, these tethers. So that was it.
Sneaky as hell. And she had her white friends do it. Hey, we were telling y'all earlier, hey, you white liberals, they got white guilt. Hey, cash app us. Let's go.
And we actually are FBA. y'all just let an African scam y'all. That's what that was.
Let's be real. That's not reparations. That's some bullshit scam.
That's scamming.
Yeah, like that's bullshit scam, tether, fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? And Alicia said one more thing. Nonprofits deprioritize community development and human rights for globalism. Our identity is being globalized for budgets. And you're right about that, because I started, I don't know if you know this, Kelly, but I've been working on becoming a grant writer. And I've been doing like,
I remember you mentioning that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, I'm going to give myself a round of applause. I got certified. Yeah. You feel me? Got certified in writing. Yeah. So, with that being said, you know, I'm learning more about the grant realms, nonprofits and shit like that. And Alicia is right, man. I've been seeing some things and I'm like, yo, man, this is how they're filtering money through certain organizations about certain things. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I want to play this clip. And Basis, I'm gonna play your comment after we play this clip right here, where we have this African man basically saying what we've been saying for a while.
You know, Africans, I don't know what they fear. They fear to lose power. They fear, I don't know what they fear. Let us test this issue that I'm talking about. Test unity. Because we are living without unity for many years. We see the consequence. We see how we are weak. We see how we are poor. We see how we suffer. So let us test. Do your research. What are you doing in the office? Do your research. Hey, let us unite for 1 year, for 2 years, and then we'll come up with the result. If the result is bad, we'll continue with our normal life. If the result is good, we can continue. But we fear to unite. That's the big problem that we have here in the continent of Africa. So,
yeah. Damn. And he's got a big, pull it back up. He's got a big following. That's like, if you pull that page up, so dude's legit. Yeah, dude's legit.
122 goddamn K. Wow, make Africa great. Shit. Yeah.
And I love to see it. I don't have no hate in my heart for anybody. You know, shout out to them. He's saying as a continent, because I watched the whole video. He basically was saying as a continent, we have to unify first. You know, that because like I said, there is a lot of tribalism in Africa. Mm-hmm. That's facts.
So that's for like you people that be speaking at Tetherese, you hearing it from an African from his own mouth, which he's probably in Africa right now on his homeland, fighting for to make his homeland better, saying that it's not unified in Africa. Mm-hmm. So stop trying to come over here with our shit, and then you preach this whole unified shit and you undermine it. Like, we tired of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But and I will say, I don't know if you're familiar with the guy. I can't think of his name, but he's the president of Burkina Faso.
Oh, Ibrahim.
Yes. I like what he's doing.
I forget his last name. Yeah.
Yes, I like what he's doing over there. He's really, you know, uplifting his people, uplifting his country. You know, they got that BRICS alliance. I mean, that doesn't align with what we got going on in America. They're not, you know, that they're together with other countries, but if that's what's working out for them, it is what it is. Shout out to y'all. You know, shout out to y'all.
And you see what we doing right here is we showing that we can still support y'all and not be all in your shit, all intermingled. You feel me? We don't have to do that. We can support from afar while we get our shit together over here in the goddamn States.
And that's what he's doing. He's not leaning to he's not, because some other foreign entities was trying to come in his country and pressure him to do certain things. He said, no, I'm not having that over here. I'm about helping my people, lifting my people up. They got a EV card they just put out, and it's working out for them. It's with the not letting the Europeans come in, and the delineation, and you get what I'm saying. They're not letting nobody else fooled in their mess. It's working out for him.
Yep, facts. You feel me? But I wanted to read Space's comment. I was mistaken. I thought this conversation was about a reparations for Black Americans from the American government. Okay. But it's more so about smoke for tethers and whatnot. Apologies for the confusion. All good, brother. All good. Yeah, I think so. The main topic is basically we're talking about the African Union and how now they're trying to include us Black Americans within their reparation claims, and talking about like, oh, we all need to be one going after reparations. But we show how it muddies the water. It is too much confusion under the shit. Why wait till 2025 when they know reparations is in the lexicon right now? It's being talked about everywhere. You feel me? So that's what we was talking about. But appreciate you clearing things up. You feel me? And then Brooklyn G baby says, I wonder if anybody knows that the U.S. government, just like last week, just gave $100,000 a piece cash reparations to white people in New Mexico. Hey, yeah, give us that article. Put that in the damn chat. For the U.S. dropping a bomb on them 80 years ago. You know what? Damn, I was gonna do this. You know what?
New Mexico. What bomb did the U.S. drop on New Mexico?
I don't know, but we got this good thing, either Google, Chat GPT, or Perplexity. So we about to research this shit real quick.
I know they was giving a lot of money. Karen Bass was giving a lot of money to them illegal immigrants.
Yeah, the cash cards.
Yeah.
With her, she looked like a damn armadillo.
And that's what I'm talking about. Is we got our own people undermining us. FBA, because she's FBA. I'm pretty certain.
Yep, she is. She's a homegrown Sambo.
Yeah.
Do white people in New Mexico get reparations in 2025? Let me research this real quick before I show y'all. You feel me? Okay. Ain't that what the brother said? YouTube it. No, we perplexed it, bruh. Like, is it this year? Are you talking about this year? He said 100,000 white people in New Mexico for the dropping of a bomb. And they had the nerve to have Black News reporting it. I just researched it and it didn't say, it was no evidence of the shit. Hold on. Maybe I should look up if they dropped a bomb on New Mexico, right?
White people in New Mexico for the U.S. dropping a bomb. Oh, maybe they mean Native Americans. Let me put in $100,000 a year. $100,000 a year.
And we getting our investigation on you. Feel me?
New Mexico. And I'm
just shit! It said, hold on, I'm gonna show y'all.
Oh, I do see it.
They did drop a bomb.
Yeah, six days ago. I mean, I see an article from a video from 6 days ago.
Is it a video or like an article?
I see a video. I have a video here.
Nah, these videos I don't be trusting. I gotta see articles. You feel me? I gotta see articles because people be on that horse shit.
Oh no, this from this. I mean, it's news. You can see it. I clicked it. I added it.
Okay, but here go where the bomb was dropped. They it said there's a Trinity test, New Mexico, 1945. All right. You say you sent you
yeah, you can add it.
Okay. Oh, hold on. There you go, right there. Do that. Add that on stage. All right. Is this it right here? Okay.
Catharsis in the middle of the New Mexico desert.
This is the first time we've ever had any kind of acknowledgement of our sacrifice of suffering as a result of being overexposed to radiation.
Finally righting a wrong 80 years after the world changed.
Army cameras 6 miles away recorded the historic moment in the black of night.
13 pounds of weapons-grade plutonium detonated in the barren New Mexico desert, the first time that a nuclear bomb was ever tested. Wes Burris witnessed the Trinity test at just 5 years old.
When that went off, it blew that window back against the wall and broke the glass out of the window. I can remember it was just bright, you know. You couldn't look at it. Yeah. And I asked him, I said, Dad, what happened? Did the sun blow up? And that's the window I jumped up and looked at. So did you see the cloud? Oh, yeah, I could see the cloud later. You could see it for a long time.
The federal government initially said the 38,000-foot-high mushroom cloud was caused by ammo and pyrotechnics that had accidentally blown up.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Over time, the nuclear fallout impacted the water, crops, livestock, and people all across New Mexico's Tularosa Basin. Cancers and other major health issues plagued generations of families here.
A brother had thyroid cancer. Mother died of colon cancer.
My mom died of bone cancer.
3 bouts of thyroid cancer, colon cancer,
stomach cancer.
I'm hoping and praying my youngest son doesn't get it.
Downwinders, as they call themselves, fell ill and even died, never getting official recognition from the state or federal government for all they endured. Until now.
We remember the mothers and fathers, the children who never grew.
A permanent symbol, the state installing this marker near the Trinity site, finally acknowledging decades of sacrifice and suffering for families like Tina Cordova's.
We bear the legacy of that bomb in our bodies. In my family, I'm the 4th generation to have cancer since 1945. This is the hidden history, the hidden tragedy of...
You want me to stop it?
Yeah, because sometimes these motherfuckers be tripping. They be like blocking shit. But we got our answers.
Hold on, Kamal. This was 80 years ago. This was so long ago. This was so long ago.
Hella, wasn't it? Almost a century.
She said her mother. She said her they said their grandmother.
Damn.
Well, that's not you, ma'am. That's not you.
Man.
You see what I did?
They need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
They gotta pull themselves up from their bootstrap. You weren't a victim of that. That was 80 years ago, ma'am. You don't look like you were 80 years ago. What do you mean your grandson? Your grandson wasn't around 80 years ago. What do you mean?
Get over it.
Get over it. That was so long ago. I tell you.
God damn. Hey, hold on. Brooklyn G, baby.
Shout out to Brooklyn G, baby.
Bring us the news. Hey, bring us the stuff too. We'll play it on here. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. And they say America broke. Oh my God, man. Oh my goodness. Anyway. What else do I want to show y'all? Oh, before I play the slapper of the day, you feel me, and then open up the phone lines and also StreamYard, I did want to show this. There was a clip from somebody talk about CARICOM, right? You know what I mean? And shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Bruh says, Lord, you feel me? And then it's Soul Food 666. Shout out to Berber too. Caribbean woman demands to receive Black American reparations for all Caribbeans. Don't Caribbeans
what? Make it bigger. Wait, what? What?
Hold on. I'll make it big. You see it right there?
Okay, yeah.
Caribbean woman demands to receive Black American reparations for all Caribbeans. Pete cosplay, speechless. And y'all wonder why I make the content I make. Exhibit A. Hey, and shout out to Continental, man. Shout out to this brother, man. I be on TikTok. He be having some great content on there and shit. So let's listen to this woman speak that Tetherese so fluently.
Reparations in this curriculum because it would pretty much dissipate the angerment when it comes to why we need to be sharing reparations amongst Black Americans, Caribbean Americans, because we are a part of a shared piece of history. If you understand the economic trade and where the money lies, the Wall Street market was selling Caribbeans from New York and sending them back to the Caribbean. And we understand that the sugar to rum the sugar to rum production was taking the sugar cane from the Caribbean, shipping it to New York, distilling it into rum, and shipping it back to the Caribbean. If we understand the contributions of Caribbean Americans, there would be no hip hop. There will be no Malcolm X.
Cut it off. Cut it off right now. Cut this tether winch bitch off right now. And I usually don't curse because I'm a Christian. I try not to curse because I'm a Christian. First of all, bitch. It ain't even the same slavery. It was not the same slavery in the Caribbean that it was in America. And everybody said, "Oh, Black Americans are always talking about the oppression Olympics." Well, we won. It ain't even close. Okay, in Jamaica, y'all got to have land. You got land. They got to till their own land in Africa. And our ancestors, and you know this, Kamal, I'm not telling you nothing you don't know. I'm educating the folks watching. But after 1865, they said, "Here you go, niggas. Pooh, take the boot. Get out of here." When our people were slaves, we didn't own jack. We couldn't cultivate any land to grow our own crops, to have our own food, or none of that. They had that in Jamaica. Okay, that's why after slavery, they still was able to own that land. The crown let them keep some of that land, and they was able to build on that land and have property. Now, I'm not saying this was the case for all Jamaican descendants of slaves there, but it still happened. That didn't happen in America. Okay, and what sense does it make, bitch? Okay, for us that was like he said, Exhibit A, classic tethering. If you got rum and sugarcane wasn't even a crop in America. It wasn't even a crop here. So the revenue that was generated from slavery, from those slaves in Jamaica or wherever other West Indies island, from the sugarcane, whatever, that was trade and commerce exclusive to that country. We wasn't cultivating no sugarcane. It was cotton, it was tobacco, it was other stuff. It wasn't no goddamn rum. It wasn't no daggone rum. We don't even drink rum like that in America. Okay, seriously, to this day, when we go on vacation, we'll bring. What do? We'll bring a bottle of rum back to America because it's some special rum that they done made over in Curacao or wherever the flick. We don't even have that. That bitch was retarded. And I heard that New York accent. And think about it. You immigrated from your island, because I heard the little Caribbean New York accent, and you talking about what America owes you. Go back home then, bitch. Go back home. I don't understand that for the life of me. How you first generation anything and complaining about, because typically it do be the first generation people. It don't even be the immigrants. They just be so happy to be here. It be the first generation MFs that's so entitled, like they was supposed to be here. Whoop-de whoop-de whoop. You don't like it, go back home. Because that's still your home. You know what I'm saying? That's still your. I'm sorry. That was crazy. Got my blood pressure up. That was crazy.
Kelly, I'm sorry I triggered you.
You are because
I apologize.
That's because I would not immigrate. I would not move to Jamaica or Guyana or any country. Or I'm gonna say no. If my parents moved to Guyana or friggin' Jamaica or whatever, and I wouldn't be saying what y'all need to do for me when I was only here 2 seconds. I promise you I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. If I moved to Florida, from Maryland, you think I'm going to come to, and I'm in about the same freaking country. You think I'm going to be like, oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Kelly done froze, y'all. Damn. One of the tethers sent one of the janky Wi-Fi's to mess up Kelly goddamn connection. God damn. Shit. She was cooking. Kelly gonna have to come back on. The Wi-Fi messed up. She was cooking, y'all. Yeah, but I wanted to illustrate to y'all that, look, it is not only the the African Union. We see people that within CARICOM is trying to say the same shit. Trying to say the same ish. All right, we got Kellie back. Hold on. Kellie coming back in the building. And Black Girl 007. Shout out to you for watching on Twitter. Unpack what Queen Janice has been doing a great investigation on this, and it started in 02. Damn, this shit started in 02 about the AU trying to do this shit. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. You said Queen with Queen Janice. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Let me screenshot this. I'm gonna screenshot this. All right, I'm gonna look that up. All right, Kellie, you back? You was cooking. You was cooking, and then one of them tethers sent one of they Wi-Fi that messed up your Wi-Fi.
Oh, what happened?
Wi-Fi. All right, but yeah,
I just don't like that entitlement. I don't like that entitlement. I don't get it.
Yeah, the thing about it is like I wanted to show how collectively how they're trying to undermine our reparations. They're really making a push to undermine our shit. And that entitlement, man, god damn, man, that shit is disgusting.
And it goes back to the obsession. I would never some stuff, Black people in chat, if you're not FBA and you disagree, let me know in the chat. We're very respectful, but I have yet to see Black Americans hook their cause or whatever they got going on to somebody else. I've never seen Black Americans, attached to the LGBT thing. You know what I'm saying? I always, or any other group of people, whatever they got. If Native Americans have an initiative to get something, I can't think of whatever, but whatever. I can't think of a time where Black Americans was like, oh, well, and when I say Black Americans, I mean Black Americans that have nothing to do with that tribe, trying to hook their thing on to what they got going on. Show me the video of a Black American trying to get Jamaica to pay them for reparations. Like, go home, Roger. yes. Go back to wherever you from, ma'am. And I ain't gonna get into that. They used to. Okay, I'm gonna say it. A lot of these Jamaicans, when they immigrated to New York, okay, they undermined it. And I'm not saying all, but a good deal had undermined the Black Americans that were already established in Harlem. Not all, but there were studies done that they had increased wealth, that they were taking over stores, that they were, when I say taking over store, they were displacing the Black Americans, and they did it so much they called them a derogatory term that's related to a lineage of people. They called them Makins, okay? JEW Makins. That's what they called them. I didn't come up with that term. That's what they called them in 1930s Harlem, New York. Yes. It was what was it? A journal, a study that I had read. Because the wealth wasn't. They came here already with money. The particular Jamaicans that I'm talking about.
Exactly. And like, just what we be trying to tell some of you stupid motherfuckers. The ones that come over here usually have money. You have to have money to travel over to places.
Exactly. These people, if they did, the whole country would have came here. Everybody would have fled. Okay, yeah. we got to use our common sense. So they had the means, they had property that they could sell to get the flight to come over here to start their store, and they did get some benefits when they got here too. But where you got certain Black Americans that were third generation sharecroppers and so forth, to say you didn't. wasn't, they didn't pull themselves up from their bootstraps and then, came over on the boat like the white people did in Ellis Island or whatever. Like, like it's insane. And I'll say this and I'll let it go. But even the wealth disparaged, like, ma'am, you acting like you owed something when really your people, and when I say her people, I mean her Jamaican brethren, her Jamaican brethren, they don't even have the same, their wealth isn't even the same as Black Americans. Their wealth is on par with the rest of America, white America. Okay. So imagine coming somewhere and thinking you entitled to something like you disadvantaged when you came here. You came here. How you disadvantaged when you chose to come here? When your parents chose to come here? It's insane, but tether's going tether.
Tether's going tether.
That's what they do. That's what they do. And it goes back to the obsession. It goes back to that obsession I'm talking about.
Yep. All right, so with that being said, I guess we're gonna be called the xenophobic show.
and that I'm gonna tell you how soft the country has gotten. And we both in the same age range. I'm educated. I went to Howard University. I never even heard the word xenophobic until like 5 years ago. Like, I never even heard that word. I was like, it was racist. It was racism was the word, prejudice was the word, and then they was like, and now they got this. They say xenophobic because they can't say racism. So they say xenophobic, and I'm like, what? I don't even think about you in words. Seriously, I don't even really think too much about white. Where I live, it's not a ton of white people, so I don't even really be thinking about. And it's not, again, I like white people. I like all people, but I don't even interact with these people like on a day-to-day. Like, it's weird. But yeah, that xenophobic, whatever. But it's funny. We always xenophobic when we say, hey, we different. But when you really think about it, I think it's xenophobic to say we all the same when we not. That's a form of xenophobia or racism or whatever you want to call it.
Yep. And if it's xenophobic, then we learned from they ass.
Right.
See this?
Right.
Black enterprise. Haitian entrepreneur.
Right.
Around on 30 million luxury real estate project. Oh,
I love to see it. I love it. Good. Yeah. I love to see it. Delineate. I love that. Yeah. Haitian entrepreneur. Shout out to yo. Yeah.
It's okay. Just don't hate on us when we do the shit. You feel me? God damn. But y'all got anything else I wanted to show y'all before we get to the slapper of the day and then get to these sub segments? Yes, this is what I did want to do before we play the slapper of the day. Let me put the music on pause, you feel me? Cause RIP to this brother right here, man. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Wasn't that so sad?
Fucking sad as hell.
I gotta do some research on that.
Accidental drowning or some shit like that.
Yeah, but I gotta do some research because I'm a conspiracy theorist. When I first heard it, I said, I don't know. And then when I read an article, shout out to Oh Yeah Beats in the chat. When I heard it, like the initial story, I said, okay, well, current comes in, he's swimming, stuff happens. But I'm seeing other people. I saw a video where somebody was like, they don't think it was an accident, and I'm gonna watch it because I initially thought, I don't know. And he been in so much. He been in a lot of stuff too.
Hella shit, you feel me? And send that video to me because I mean,
I'll send it right now.
I don't know. It just, when I heard it, I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard him passing away, I thought like, damn, it was some type of health complication. Then when I heard it was like accidental drowning, I was like, I don't know, you feel me? But RIP to this brother, man, you feel me? One of the funniest shows that I watched, if y'all ever watched Malcolm and Eddie with Eddie Griffin, oh my God, that was fucking funny to me.
That was a good show.
Such a good show, you feel me? But RP to this brother, man. He done been on many televisions and many homes. You feel what I'm saying? From the Cosby to the other show I just mentioned. He was on other shows too that other people probably watch. So RP to this brother, you feel me? And then I'm gonna turn the music back on. You feel me? RP this person too. Ozzy Osbourne, man. This motherfucker died yesterday.
I know.
God damn. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I listen to Black Sabbath. That's where Ozzy Osbourne with his shit. You feel me? The band.
Crazy Train is the jam. He knows dun it, I.
Yeah. And then also, Kelly, did you watch the Osbourne show?
I did watch the Osbournes. That was a crazy show.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
RP the freaking Ozzy Osbourne, man. You feel what I'm saying? So I wanted to say them RIPs before I play the slapper of the day. And the slapper of the day, Kelly, we about to play some Black American greatness, all right?
Okay.
We about to play some Gladys Knights and the Pips, all right? Some old school, came out in 74 from the album Claudine. We about to play the slapper right here. On and on. Yeah. Put the track in the chat so y'all can stream it. Yeah. Y'all better be gigging out there. Yep. Kelly, you remember how they dance in the 70s?
Yeah. I always think of that guy, Rerun. Sorry, I was typing something. I think they be killing them celebrities.
I know you feel that. That's why we got this week. Let's keep on moving. Let's keep on moving. We're gonna make it through. Get with the kissing, get with the kissing, get with the kissing, get with the kissing. And then I love it. Get with the kissing, get with the kissing. Keep on
Yeah. That's some Black American greatness. Had to play that after reading all that Tether Knees. That was Gladys Knight off the album Claudine. You feel me? On and on. All right. I got more slappers on here too. And there's more slappers from Gladys Knight and the Pips that I'm gonna play. All right. With that being said, though, phone lines is open now. If y'all want to call in, let y'all voice be heard about the African Union. You know what I mean? Trying to weasel their way into our reparations. Maybe y'all don't feel that they trying to do that. Okay? But the number is 619-609-7383. Once again, the number is 619-609-7383. Also, I got the link to StreamYard pinned to the top of the chat on YouTube. So if y'all want to come in on StreamYard, which gets priority, y'all could come in. But y'all got to show y'all face in the backstage at least. Because I ain't trying to have no weird shit on here, all right?
I know that's right.
Yeah, telling you, weird motherfuckers. I'm telling you. They be had the camera not showing you, pop them on stage. It'd be all some shit where you're like, oh, damn, now I'm about to get a strike. Okay? And he said, can't hear him. Hey, guys, please hit that like. Are you saying you can't hear me? I'm confused.
Oh, yeah, because she in my chat.
Okay. Shout out to you, though. You feel me? Tuning in. What else was I about to say? God damn it. I was about to say something. Lead my mind, just like a tether. Anyway, y'all call in. Numbers right there. 619-609-7383. Y'all might think differently than me and Kelly about the African Union when it comes to them trying to include us with the reparations talk. Or maybe y'all do agree.
I just think they gotta worry about themselves. They are entitled to reparation. Well, I can't call it reparations, but colonialism did horrible things too.
Hold on, Kelly.
Oh, you got a call. Okay.
We got a caller.
Press 1 to send a voicemail.
Not sending a voicemail. Let's go.
Hello, is this Brother Kamal?
This is Brother Kamal right here. May I ask who's calling?
This is Gary. I'm calling from Watts, California. What's up?
What's good, player? How you living?
It's doing good. Are you guys on the air now?
Yeah, we on the air right now, brother.
Okay, I'd like to make a couple of announcements. First of all, I want to thank you and Kelly for the job, the outstanding job that you're doing. Relative to the African Union, first of all, I'd like to say that they have no jurisdiction over FBA. I am FBA, and they have no jurisdiction over us. We are not Africans. I am not only American, but also I have a Blackfoot ancestry. My grandmother made sure that I remembered that I was a Blackfoot Indian. Or let me add briefly that those people say that that people are not, that FBAs are not native to the land. Recently, President Donald Trump just signed an executive order recognizing the Lumbee tribe. It's a Black Indian tribe here in America. This was recent, so that puts that dispels that argument about us not being native to this land.
Oh shit! And okay.
So thank you, brother. Yes, I just saw it today. As a matter of fact, it's the Lumbee tribe. We're Black Indians. I'm even from Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, I know about the Lumbee tribe. I'm just hearing about Donald Trump recognizing them as a tribe right now. Do you know when was that?
I believe it was like yesterday. I believe it was.
Okay, yeah, that had to be really recent. Okay, for sure. Okay.
Okay, and the African Union, they have no authority over us, man, because we're up under the United States of America, not an African government.
You right about that. It's just the thing with me. It's this rhetoric that's coming out. You feel me? And it's in people's minds when they see that, they're like, oh, They trying to make it seem like we're going to be divisive. I'm gonna tell you how they're gonna try to flip it. They gonna make it seem like we being divisive because we're like, no, we don't want to be a part of the African Union because they don't got their shit together when it comes to reparations. We kind of got our shit together when it comes to it. We done delineated. We know who's going to qualify. We know who we going after, who needs to pay for the reparations. What's it for? You feel me? And they're coming in and like, well, we should be a part of it too because y'all genetically aligned with us. And then we figure out it fucks up everything. It dilutes it. Now people are confused. And that's what tethers do. They bring confusion. And we don't want that. And now when we saying we don't want that, watch the narrative be, watch. You're going to see it on TikTok, Twitter, some YouTube videos and shit like that. They're going to call us divisive because they're going to be like, oh, why y'all don't want us link up with the African Union for reparations and stuff like that? We all need to get reparations. Watch that be the narrative. And that's why I don't like this coming out like this.
Let me tell you something I just heard from another YouTuber. I think it was Janice. They have received billions of dollars because they had clicked us into that Region 6. What I understand, they've already received money representing us, and they've also gone to the United Nations and private businesses saying that we have the potential of multi-trillion-dollar earning capacity, and they've gotten money off of that. As a matter of fact, I've communicated with the White House to get involved and to do something with this. And let me say this briefly, because I know the other people that are on the call. Brothers and sisters now are organizing to take our issues of the FBA to the United Nations to combat what the AU is doing. And also the Freedom Association has sent them a letter to cease and desist, trying to include us into American citizens, and we're under the authority of the United States of America. My allegiance to the United States of America and the Constitution, and to promote what's going on with the FBA. We're at this point, let me say quickly that I listened to a recent lecture from Dr. Claude Anderson, and he said that there were three things that we have to do as FBA. He said, number one, we have to declare that we're native to this land, and that's happening with the delineation movement. We're FBA, we're native to this land. And then he said, secondly, the thing that we have to do is that we have to declare our excellence and our greatness, and we're doing that. The third thing that we have to do is collective economics. And I believe we're moving in that direction because as of August 1st, we got a boycott against all African businesses. So if you guys haven't heard about that, all African businesses are to be protested and boycotted because of the disrespect that they have shown FBAs. It's time for us to get some get back. They didn't poke the bear. We woke up. And so I'm going to land my plane right there, brother. And God bless you and Kelly, and keep up the good work.
Well, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Man.
Thank you. I pulled up the Lumbee tribe thing, and I'm gonna try to find a clip of that what he was talking about, what the boycott, because I also heard about that too.
I'm just hearing about it now, and that'd be very interesting to get that. So if you could, once
I'm gonna look for it.
Pull it up right now.
Oh, this is what he was talking about with what happened? I gotta hold on, it's an ad. Let me do this. Let me let the ad play. Why does
the ad play? You feel me? But shout out to that brother for calling in. Phone lines are still open, y'all. If y'all want to call in, let y'all voice be heard. 619-609-7383. The phone line is open for a couple more minutes. Also got StreamYard. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you watching on Twitter, come over to YouTube. It integrates with the chat, and you can see the chat better. Kamal Johnson Network or Kellie Corinne Show, whichever one. And make sure y'all hit that notification for us, because that help us out a lot. Especially help my ass out, since I'm like the shadow ban man and they got my ass shadow ban. Hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. So on Kellie's channel and on mine, that I feel that's one of the most important things to do. Hit the notification bell, you feel me? And like leave a comment, and also y'all could leave some cash apps and shit like that. That helps out too. Especially if y'all got white guilt, you feel me? Or if you got Sambo guilt or tether guilt, you know, that's gonna come along down the line too. They're gonna feel guilty after a while. Y'all can hit the you feel me, the cash app and stuff like that. All right. But
okay, I got it queued up.
You got it queued up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Taisha in the chat. What's good? Appreciate you tuning in. All right. Hold on. Let me add it on the stage though. So you gotta. All right.
Okay, I'll run it back. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
President Trump is joining the push for federal recognition of the Lumbee tribe.
And today he signed a memorandum giving the Secretary of Interior 90 days to make that happen. Ashley Rowe has been monitoring the reaction and joined us in the studio. Ashley?
Guys, I've been speaking with members of the Lumbee tribe, and one of them tells me this was a huge day for the Lumbee people. Today, the memorandum directs the Secretary of the Interior to create a plan to give the Lumbee tribe full federal recognition. And with that, special benefits and protections. This could be through Congress or through, quote, other available mechanisms. Tonight, the chairman of the Lumbee tribe expressing appreciation for the president, saying, quote, President Trump is the first president to sign such a memorandum declaring full federal recognition for the Lumbee tribe as the official policy of the U.S. government and to lay the groundwork for what the Lumbee tribe has been fighting for more than 100 years. Presidents Obama and Biden have backed federal recognition before, and the House of Representatives has passed a bill to do that many times before. The Senate always shoots it down. Today, Congressman David Rouser said, denied the services of other federally recognized tribes for decades. Congress can correct this by passing my bill, the Lumbee Fairness Act, and sending it to the president's desk to become law. Today's move, of course, doesn't guarantee an easy path ahead. Lawmakers are lobbied by other tribes that question the Lumbee's tribal ancestry. So we will be watching to see what happens in the next 90 days, Gerald.
All right, Ashley, thank you.
So, and this was a bit old.
President Trump.
What he was saying was, basically it already came to pass. So, because this was from, what the gentleman was saying. But he also mentioned, and this, and I did want to add this. It's so funny we're talking about this. I was talking to my friend Mika earlier today, and she told me there are only like 5 tribes that are actually federally recognized. So him recognizing that Lumbee tribe, that's a big deal.
So that would be the 6th tribe.
The 6th, yeah, it would be the 6th. Yeah.
Do we know the 5? We probably could guess the 5.
I do not know.
Blackfoot, Black Hawk. Let me know if I'm right. You looking it up right now?
Okay, well, no, hold on. So I just Googled it. It says there are 574 federally recognized Indian tribes.
Okay.
But it maybe it's something that was, because me could be knowing what she's talking about. So if she's saying 5, maybe it was something separate. But yeah, it says 574 federally recognized tribe. But this is the thing: we have a status, and I know this because I did an interview with Marcel Dixon. You probably know who Marcel Dixon is.
Wait a minute, you did an interview with Marcel Dixon?
Oh yeah, that's my boy. Yeah.
Hold the fuck up.
Yeah,
God,
I did.
Hey,
in fact, let me try to find that.
Donated to his campaign.
He's great, and he's such a wealth of knowledge.
Marcel Dixon. Shout out to you, Marcel Dixon. You feel me? I did some clips too. Way back in the daylight. I want to say maybe like 2 years ago or whatever. Shouting the brother out and stuff like that. I think he reposted it or something like that. So that's tight.
Yeah, this is it. I have it up. Yeah. And I wore my hat because he always wears his nice hats, But basically, he was, explaining on the show, because I didn't know this, that we have a status. It's freedmen. Freedmen is our status. Yeah, that's our official status. And a lot of people they push this lie that we can't, like, we don't know where we came from. We can trace our lineage. Like we know we can. There are extensive records, and even me personally, and I've shared this with you, Kamal, but like even just me doing my ancestry, putting together a family tree, it shows the records. It would say, my own ancestor, and y'all can see I'm pretty fair skinned. It would say mulatto, and it would say, they would also classify us as Negro, but that doesn't necessarily mean we were actually Negro from Africa, because they was classifying the Native Americans as Negro, So All of this stuff, it's documented. It's on registries. So we do have, an official status, which is freedman.
Yep.
So, but yeah, shout out to you got to get Marcel Dixon on it. You got to interview him.
I got to get the brother on here. You feel me?
Yeah, he's so knowledgeable.
That'd be an honor too if bro come on the news show. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think he would do it. I think he would. I mean, all I did was ask him. I think he would do it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to reach out. You feel me?
Look, Taisha know what I'm talking about. Taisha said she's already talking about the 5 recognized Native American tribes. See, she know what I'm talking about. It's 5 something separate. I don't know. Thank you, Taisha.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about the freedman stuff. So Kelly, I don't know if you know. And look, I'm closing down the phone lines. Y'all have 5 minutes to call in. Thank you to the brother that called in. You feel me? Appreciate you. The rest of y'all can leave a voicemail. 619-609-7383. Y'all can and why is this shit not working? This shit not popping up. There we go. Y'all can leave a voicemail. I will play it on the next show. The main topic was the African Union is interfering with our Black American reparations. Do you agree or not? But back to the freedmen thing, though, what I wanted to say was they actually had the Freedmen Bureau aligned with the Red Native American Bureau. It was simultaneously going on at the same time, and they just stopped our shit and kept going on with the Native American Bureau. So you know how they have their own bureau where the funds go and they get the allocated and all that shit. They were doing it the same way for us, literally the same time. And just halted our shit. So yeah, so we have a status is freedmen. You feel me? That's the legal status. That's the that's what we'll go by when we trying to get shit done in the courts. You feel what I'm saying? Which also aligns with a foundational Black American. You feel me? Foundational Black American. It's the same thing. All right, same thing as freedmen. It's just foundational Black Americans being more in the lexicon at this point. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
colloquial term.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's the thing. You feel me? I'm still hyped that you had Marcel on the show.
I had to hit him up because I'm like, look, these tethers was getting on my nerves. I saw him on. I'm gonna tell you where I saw him. I saw him on Dana with the Data show. Remember we was on that panel with them tethers. Dana with the Data had him. Yeah, shout out to Dana with the Data. I saw him on her show, and I saw him. I saw him on her show, and he was so knowledgeable. And I said, "Oh, this guy knows his stuff," So I followed him on X, and I would just see him post, and I said, "Shoot, I'm gonna just hit him up." See if he want to do an interview. Worst thing you could say is no, So, he was with it, and I had my stuff together, and the rest was history. And it was a really good conversation. Again, like their brother is just a wealth of knowledge, when it comes to FBA, Freedmen, and a lot of stuff. He was the one that put me on CARICOM, where I said, oh, okay, they got their own thing going. I don't really pay that much attention to the islands and stuff, because I don't have no reason to.
Yeah, like what's kind of the point? That's what we've been doing. We kind of pay attention to
and
they intermingle with our stuff, and then they claim, "Oh, you paid attention to us." It's like, nah. But yeah, shout out to Marcel Dixon. You feel me? And did you want to put something up? Did you want to show something?
So I did. So this is because the caller had mentioned the boycott that's starting August 1st of the African hair braiding shops, restaurants.
I was just about to talk about that. Yep.
Yes. And now this woman, what was it? What's the guy name? You said it too. Soul. What is it? Soul Food Mafia, Soul something Mafia is on X, and the guy has the picture of Samuel L. Jackson. You know who I'm talking about? That
Soul Food 66.
That's it. He had this up, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't think of his name, so I just pulled it up on TikTok. But he had posted this, and they was roasting old girl in the comments. So I'm gonna play
before
it.
You play it though. Before you play it, like I said, shout out my brother Ken Nodaway. You feel me? He right here in the comments. This brother on TikTok be dropping knowledge. Shout out to you, brother.
Oh, he's in the he's in the comments. Let me go ahead and get at a like. Can I like it? Oh, and shoot, I'm gonna follow him after I play this.
Hell yeah.
Black, just keep scrolling. This video is for my African Americans and African brothers and sisters. Specifically for us.
Oh, let me pause.
I am so confused. Why am I seeing that on August 1st, African Americans or a specific African American has forged a protest against African businesses, from African restaurants, African braiding salons, anything that is African owned? They have started a campaign that on August 1st, we as Black Americans will be boycotting these businesses. What the fuck is wrong with us? What is wrong with us just as a people, as Black Americans, African Americans? What the fuck is wrong with us that it makes sense to boycott African businesses because you may have had a bad experience with an African business? You've also had a bad experience with an Asian business. You've had a bad experience with a white business. You've had a bad experience with a Hispanic business, and so on and so forth. Where's the energy for those businesses that continuously come into our communities?
Okay, I'm not going to take 4 minutes out of my life and your life and the chat's life with this. I will say this. First and foremost, I need to see your paperwork, ma'am, because that forehead, pull it back up. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. That forehead isn't given FBA. That's not an FBA forehead. Am I lying? Look.
Kelly.
This is an FBA forehead right here. This is a FBA forehead.
God.
That forehead is given Rihanna. That's a Rihanna forehead. That's not an FBA forehead. Woo. I'm just saying. I got to see your paperwork. Are you Ethiopian? Are you she's giving me East African, and there's no shade with East Africa. A lot of good looking people from East Africa. East African's beautiful, but I'm not getting FBA. She does look foreign, exactly. I'm not getting FBA. I'm getting first generation East African, but nevertheless. She's saying, what sense does it make to boycott? Well, I'll say this. What sense did it make for you 92%ers? Because I'm pretty sure she a 92%er. And when I say 92%, I mean the 92% of Black American women voters that voted for Kamala Harris. So what sense did it make you 92%ers boycotting Target? Y'all boycotted Target when Target was the largest big box store proprietor of foundational Black American products. They also had Black immigrant products too, but when it comes to Target, because this what these Negroes did. Y'all boycotted Target because Jamal Bryant, who is a charlatan, who is a scoundrel, who wanted his own congregation, he wanted to sell reefer to his own congregation. Y'all listen to that house Negro. Okay, you listen to Jamal Bryant, you listen to Jesse Jackson, had him out in that daggone wheelchair. Y'all listen to these daggone coon leaders telling y'all, Al Sharpton told y'all to boycott Target, but to go patronize Costco, where the prices are more, where you have to have a Costco card, and Costco does not have more. They didn't purchase as many products from Black-owned companies as Target did. So what sense did that do? And then you had the Black owners had to come out and say, hold on, if y'all boycott, then our stuff doesn't get sold and it goes back to us. We don't make money from it. What sense did that make? See, I never stopped shopping from Target, but you 92%. And let me be clear, y'all wanted to do that. That's your business. I don't tell people how to spend their money, but that didn't make a lot of sense to me. Now, as far as she's saying, well, did y'all in the comments so stupid? Well, did y'all boycott the Asian Americans? I'm gonna say this, Kamal. I don't spend my money where I don't want to spend it. So if I had bad service, I don't care what the race, African, Japanese, Korean, white, whatever. If I don't have good service there, I don't shop there. And that's it. So if these Black Americans are saying, hey, I don't like when I go get my hair braided, they playing their loud music, they hooting and hollering. I saw one video where Black American man, it was a Black American guy. He paid through Cash App. The friggin' broad, the owner of the hair braidery, called the police. He had to show him, oh no, I paid through not Cash App, it was Apple Pay. Okay. Now where I live, there are African braiding spots. They have great customer service because I have gone to, had my hair braided from African. I didn't have a problem with the service, but if I did, that's my decision. If I don't want to patronize that establishment anymore, so F you, lady.
Mm-hmm. Look, you were cooking like a motherfucker. God damn. Hey, Kelly, you can't be clowning like that. I almost choked over here. I almost choked over here when you said she got that big forehead, because I was like, damn, she got the same shaped head as Roger from American Dad.
Oh, yeah.
She giving Somalian head shape. You feel me? I was like, that was the first time I was like, where your lineage from? You feel me? That I'm like, and then that's she's doing this shit. Yeah.
And I didn't say the woman's ugly or nothing, like, because me saying this, they gonna say, oh, you xenophobic, you being da. I pointed out a fact, just like white people tend to do. There are different features that various ethnic groups have. Okay, that ain't racist, that ain't nothing. It is what it is, and for whatever reason, they upset that we can tell the difference. It's the same way I got a Vietnamese friend. She know what somebody Korean. She could look at them and know they Korean. Okay. So we know what our people look like. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I have been fooled. I have been been fooled before. I'm not gonna say I know all the time, but usually we could tell. Did you know the mom from Friday? Remember Craig's mom on Friday?
Yeah.
Did you know she was Caribbean?
Nah, I didn't know she was Caribbean.
She's Caribbean. We was fooled. Because I remember her from the show Amen. Yeah, she's Caribbean. So I've been fooled before, but nevertheless, I know a non-FBA forehead when I see it. So I just gotta see her paperwork. That's all. When she talking at us, what's wrong with us? What's wrong with us?
Yeah,
Taisha said it. She said, I don't go anywhere with bad service. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And y'all, like I said, I thought it was stupid, the whole Target boycott. And I said, I'm not listening to the likes of these people because it didn't make sense to me. Why would I stop shopping at Target because they rolled back their DEI, whatever, and the DEI didn't, correct me if I'm wrong, Kamal.
Don't say it.
It didn't benefit us anyway. We was like the last on the list. So I'm like, what it sound like is y'all was trying to elevate other groups ahead of Black people. So that's a win for me. That's a win for me. But whatever, them people that wanted to boycott, that's their business. I don't tell people how to spend their money, but it was stupid to me. But yeah, if FBA are saying that they not, having good service, and I'm gonna say this, I don't know who going. I've only seen one African restaurant where I live, and I live in an area where it's quite a bit of Nigerians. Well, not quite a bit. There are Nigerians in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. We don't even eat African food. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not really so that's y'all shouldn't even be up in arms about that. We don't even I don't know any Black American I've had I went to an African, I went to a Nigerian restaurant, Nigerian wedding. That was the only time. Oh, and I had a friend when I was in college that was Nigerian. I only had Nigerian food 2 times in my whole life. I'm not going to think, let me go to this African restaurant. I don't like a lot of ethnic food in general. That's not even me picking on Africans or whatever. I don't eat Indian food. I don't like the way it look. Like it's a lot of ethnic food. I don't like too much Mexican food. It got to be the Americanized Mexican food, like Chipotle or whatever. I don't like a lot of that type stuff. But that's my preference. Like they always got a problem when we do it. It's a problem.
Yeah, it's always a problem. And yeah, that food be like, I ain't gonna lie, that should be fucking my stomach up. You feel me? I done had Nigerian food like twice in my life. Both times that shit had my stomach doing cartwheels and shit. You feel me? But yeah, like that lady forehead was giving like she knows 3 months into the future. God damn.
It was given East African.
Yeah. You feel me? But the thing I'm saying is like I think it's more of like, the boycotting of the when we come in there to get your stuff, you treat us like shit. You give us bad service. I know when it comes to the hair braiding, sometimes they're braiding too goddamn tight, and black women hair is falling out because the shit too goddamn tight. You feel what I'm saying? The service is bad. They upcharging on certain shit. There's like
they've done. I've seen that. And they'll do this thing now. Again, I think things are where they located at. Because you go to an African braiding shop in the hood. I've just noticed a lot of hood spots have poor customer service. I don't live in the hood, praise the Lord. So the African-based spots where I live, they got to be on point. When I've been in there, it was clean. They offer me a bottle of water. They not talking to each other. They not talking in because a lot of them speak French. They not talking to each other. The only African thing they do is play their African music videos. That they will play that, or they'll play a African movie, and I don't care either way because I'm listening to an audio book. I'm on my iPad. I don't care. They don't talk to me. I don't talk to them. I pay, and then I'm out the door. And they always got an open appointment. I don't have no. My point is, I don't have no problem with them. I have perfectly fine customer service. But I have seen, because remember I told you I live in an area where it is, Nigerians, as other groups. There are some hood braiding spots that I've seen on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, I know that area. That's a hood area, and they have gotten into it, and it's been a whole thing. So I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand the boycott because there is Black Americans have experienced poor customer service from some of these businesses, just like we've experienced from the Asian hair beauty supply stores. Like I said, I've experienced that. I ain't go there no more. I went somewhere else. Now I order a lot of stuff on Amazon. But for her thinking she going to check her own people on something, like, girl, shut up. I don't know. Shut up. Yeah. And we not your people. We not your people because I think you African. So yeah.
Yeah. Or first generation. You like first generation.
First generation. Which again, and it go back to the tether stuff because a lot of Africans, they just minding their business. They not obsessed with us. These people be obsessed. It's weird.
Yeah, that shit weird as hell. You feel
me? It's so weird.
And the thing I wanted to say about like what she was talking about, you feel me, is it gets into this weird thing where it's like we're supposed to take the brunt of bullshit.
Right.
It's like we're supposed to take that shit. It's like it's something wrong with us. Because we don't want bad customer service, or we don't want y'all doing some fuck shit. Like, that's the weirdest thing. You feel me? And then also with the Target thing, I wasn't boycotting no damn Target either. I'm just like, yo, Jamal Bryant is being a Democratic shill right now. He's shilling for biscuits like Roland Martin and the rest of them shills. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. You feel me? And that was cold. Kelly called him a charlatan. Out that damn. I'm about to get demonetized.
I use a lot of old words. That's like one of them old biblical words.
Yeah. Goddamn charlatan. I was like, damn.
People laughing because I say reefer. I don't say weed. I say reefer. I say he tried to sell his congregation reefer, which he did. He did
though.
He did. He was like I'm not listening to you. And again, it goes back to what we always say with both parties got their problems. Republicans got their party problems too. But these Democrats, especially these Black Democrats, Black American Democrats, they undermine Black Americans too. Because again, my whole thing was I will boycott if there's a injustice towards Americans, injustice towards Black Americans, I have no problem boycotting. But again, why would I boycott the retailer that has the most products from Black American owned companies? And when we're talking about big box stores, why would I do that? Because they got rid of DEI, something that didn't benefit my group, my lineage anyway. That makes no sense. Because I looked into it, I said it makes no sense. And the other thing that they did, they would have on the website like Black owned, where you can go on the way. They had did away with that. But I already know what products I like. So again, why would I not purchase from the website that carries the product? And I can purchase it from there and I can return it to Target, because people were saying, well, purchase it directly from the company, from the company's website. And the owner of the lip bar, which is a Black, I think she's Black American. I don't know if she's Black immigrant or Black American, but I want to say she's Black American. It's a cosmetic company. She was saying a lot of people like to shop from Target because they can return. You order something directly, a product from the company, you're going to have to pay for shipping, and they may have like a $35, people not doing all of that. So I'm going. I like Target. I like Target. I don't listen to you, Al Sharpton. Yeah, I'm not listening to you, Jamal Bryant, because you said it and had them people up in Costco buying the stuff that they don't even want to use in bulk. Get the flicker. I ain't got time.
That shit looked foolish. And the thing about it is, like, let's be real, and I'm tired of this shit too. Is like they really fighting over crumbs. Because DEI, we only benefited 2%.
Yeah, I see. Look, I heard 6. Y'all believe 2.
6? Hey, I saw it was 2.
I believe that. I believe that
2 to 6% ain't shit. You feel me? And they saying all Black people. They ain't even delineating us or nothing. They saying all Black people benefited 2 to 6% of DEI.
No, tell me what you think.
What's up?
Tell my interpretation. I don't be right about everything. My interpretation was you're putting other groups ahead of us. That was how I looked at it. I was like, hold on, if only 6 or 2% was Black Americans, it seems like you're pushing other groups before the Black, Black and white people, whatever. Like you're you get what I'm saying?
So what I wanted to say is, like, the cold part about it, that 2 to 6%, that wasn't even Black Americans, Kelly. That was just all Black people. They just lumped us all in. So then that's a problem. 2, this shit's a trick bag. Because when you start really looking at DEI, that shit did not benefit us. And also DEI is just really like a Democratic talking point at this point. It's kind of like, okay, we're going to use this. And that's what they really did. It was kind of like a talking point to get people outraged and shit like that. And then you come to find out, it's like, oh, these motherfuckers getting all the money and getting paid for all this, doing this protesting, because you ain't gonna tell me Jamal Bryant and Jesse Jackson didn't get paid from somehow.
Of course they did. Of course they did. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then they talking about boycott Target because of DEI. And it's like, this is just some affirmative action 2.0 bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like, this shit didn't benefit us. So I'm tired of these. And Jamal Bryant would be considered a coon.
Yes.
A Sambo. You feel what I'm saying? The same how, like, we considered whoever wrote that AU shit talking and lumping our reparations a tether. Okay? The thing about it is that this was all a money grab to me. This is a grift. So they're
exactly. And I'll say this one point, and then I'll we can move on, or whatever you want to move on to. Yeah. It's a friend of mine worked for a particular company. This particular company, their whole DEI initiative was for Hispanics. It was for Hispanics and women. So I said, well, hold on. What do you mean? And she told me, she said, yeah, they were trying to recruit Hispanic. They were specifically targeting Hispanics and women at this company. So and give promotions. So I said, hold the phone. So I'm saying, you as a Black person, okay, you mean to tell me someone that's Hispanic, that they were actively recruiting that person or trying to not recruit, trying to promote that person over you? How not say over you. They wanted to elevate Hispanics and women. So I'm like, how is that fair to you as a Black person? So I'm like, and how does that benefit? How does that benefit, Black Americans if they specifically targeting Hispanics, and giving Hispanics promotion? And this person was a woman, but I'm gonna say it, Kamal. I think when they mean women, I think they mean white women. And I'm not shading white women, but that's what I think, because when we know about affirmative action, they said it benefited statistically white women. So I'm thinking, okay, they mean Hispanics and they mean white women. So for me, when they got rid of that, because the company, they had gotten rid of that, I said, well, that's fair, because now you on the same level playing field with everybody else. Yep, Taisha said, yep, it benefited Hispanics. Well, that's what I'm talking about. And Taisha, I'm going to say it, and again, I got no problem with Hispanic Americans. I think there is a real supremacy going on when it comes to this Hispanic illegal immigrant stuff. I think they are pushing, and maybe I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist, and I probably am, but Hispanic, I can't call it white supremacy, but Hispanic illegal immigrant supremacy, when I see what the agendas and stuff like that.
Hey, Kelly, you want to know the cold part about it? And then after that, we could get out of here. You feel me? Been going at it for a minute. If you really think about it, it gets insidious, because who else could be considered a white woman at this point? A white man that don't feel like nope, not Hispanic. Ooh. A white man that don't feel a certain way. He feel he a certain, and I saw that community did benefit a good amount of DEI too.
Oh, so it did. You
feel what I'm saying? So it could fall under that too. So
had them before the veterans. I can't really hate if you saying no, we're gonna set out certain recruiting to help these vets. I can't hate on that. Yeah, it is what it is. But the letter community, they put them before the vets. I remember that.
Yeah, shit get cold out here. Cold game. You know me? And Taisha says it is. You see what's happening in Chicago. Mexicans are wild and attacking Black people out there. That's a fucking fact. Anybody that say that ain't a fact, they ain't got no fucking eyeballs. You feel me? They purposely not looking. They being willfully ignorant. You feel me? We seen clips all day on these social medias of that shit happening. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, we've been at it for a minute. Kelly, I appreciate you for coming on the show. You was cooking. Yes. You was giving some great game. You feel me? Shout out to the chat. Y'all is booming too. I appreciate y'all. Kelly, tell the people what you want the people to know. If you got any project shows, anything you want to promote, let the people know. All right.
You know what? I will be on the DPMO, Don't Piss Me Off morning show tomorrow. We go live noon Eastern Standard Time, 11 Central Standard Time. So I will be there, and you can catch me, Talk with 2K and Black_TV. I don't know. I need to get a schedule. I don't know what I'll be when I'll do a solo stream. I'll probably do a solo stream on Friday, just covering pop culture and politics. And again, I appreciate everybody in the chat, and I appreciate you having me on the show, Kamal. As always, look, next time Black is out, if you are free, we'd love to have you back on the DPMO, and I'll hit you up because the chat really liked you. We had good y'all. Kamal had filled in on the morning show once.
Oh snap!
So
the chat like me. I appreciate.
Yeah. Remember Taisha, Zoomer? They remember.
Yeah, hell yeah. You feel me? I will say this. You feel me? For the West Coast people, they come on at 9 o'clock. 9 a.m.
Oh, it would be the early morning show.
It is the early morning for sure. So just wanted to tell y'all. You feel me? But Kelly, I do appreciate you coming on. You feel me? Y'all on my end that are watching, I'm putting Kelly channel in the chat. On YouTube, Twitter, it doesn't work. Hyperlinks don't work on Twitter, so y'all got to come over to YouTube. Kamal Johnson Network, you feel me? Or on Kelly's side, the Kellie Corinne show. Y'all come over there on YouTube, show some support. You feel me? I also put in the chat. Daryl in the goddamn building. What's up, brother? This is one of my mods. Yeah. Hold on, Kelly. I got you. Yeah. Shout out to my brother. You feel me?
And y'all, and if you on my side, go ahead and follow and subscribe to Kamal. He puts out, I call our shows products. Kamal puts out a good product, amazing editing, and just really, you know what I like about your show? You present things that I have not seen. Yeah, like I'll be like, oh, I did not know that. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know where you getting your sources, and don't that's exclusive to you, But you put on, just topics that I have not seen, and when you doing this in this space, that's big. So you guys do yourself a favor, go ahead and subscribe. Shout out to Nora Christine in the chat.
Yeah, hell yeah! Shout out to the new party. You feel me? Shout out to you, Nora in the damn chat. But Kelly, I appreciate that. You feel me?
Yes.
And I'll be watching your content. You feel me? I'll be watching the Don't Piss Me Off morning show. Shout out to the guys over there, 2K and Black. I appreciate y'all for having me on the show. I do try to catch it because it is early on my end. So like sometimes I do probably be working, with my grant stuff. But when I'm not, I do catch y'all. Y'all be funny as hell on that show. You feel me?
Thank you.
Damn. And did I have anything else I wanted to say? Yeah, look, I'm your favorite broadcaster's favorite broadcaster, your favorite news anchor. You know what I mean? I am the shadow band man. The way you get around the shadow band, hit that notification bell. Don't only do it for me, do it for Kelly too. Hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. All right?
That's right.
Yeah, you feel me? And then also, with that being said, you know what I mean? Zoomer Cage, appreciate you tuning in. My fam sector of the audience, you feel me? Kamal does a deep dive and is definitely very entertaining. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hell yeah. My fan sector of the audience, y'all know who y'all is. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? And Kelly, you should be doing this too. Hell, I'm gonna do it with y'all this time. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. You feel me? Now the other sector of my audience, you stank ass motherfuckers. You suspected white supremacists. You tethers that's fluent in their tether knees. You Sambo bootlegs like Jamal Bryant. You know what? You charlatan. You feel me?
What's up, D?
All right, D in the building. What's good, brother? And who else in this sector of my audience? Crackers, Sambos, Democratic shields, Republicans, who else? Y'all know who y'all is. Y'all can go EAD. All right. With that being said, my final note is this. The African Union, you're doing your best rendition of doing tether shit. This is the exact thing. This is exact tethering. Like, this is tethering to a T. Trying to latch yourself onto our Black American reparations to muddy the water. We don't want that shit. We don't want that shit. With that being said, I'm going to leave Kelly with the last word.
Look, you know what? Just subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. So thank you, everyone, for watching.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.